If you're new to your fitness journey, and you just started going gym, I'm gonna save you 2 years worth of mistakes in the next 12 minutes. We're gonna be talking about gym. I'm not talking about that dodgy geezer at your local chip shop. I'm talking about that place where you go to build some muscles. At the gym, there's a group of people that go there consistently all of the time, love what they do, and they're in fantastic shape. However, there's another group of people that go to the gym but don't get the results they want. How does that happen? It's not Jim's fault. Jim's indifferent. He doesn't mind. Now, it does sound like I'm talking about that dodgy geezer at your local chip shop, but I promise I'm not. I'm talking about the place where you go to build muscles. The first one. Why? What I want you to imagine is, if you don't know why you're doing something, how long do you think it's gonna last? Let's take the narrative of brushing our teeth. If brushing your teeth didn't clean your teeth, if brushing your teeth didn't keep your gums in check and keep you healthy and so you don't have to go to the dentist and get teeth ripped out and stuff, if brushing your teeth didn't do that, would we brush our teeth? I probably wouldn't, I'd skip it. But the reason why I brush my teeth is because of those things, but also there's other reasons. For me personally, I don't like having bad breath and I wouldn't want somebody else to think I've got bad breath. There needs to be an abundance of reasons why you go to the gym, because it's way deeper than you actually realize. You don't just go to the gym because it's the normal, because everybody else does it. Or you don't even go to the gym because you want a six pack for summer. That's not why you go to the gym. And if they are the reasons, well, again, let's go back to that example. There's two groups of people. One group achieve what they want, are happy and enjoying the process. The other group stay consistent for about a couple of weeks, fall off, get demotivated, and their body doesn't change. As I said, gym's indifferent. The reason why that group that get the results and are happy and enjoying the process is because they have a reason why. There's a couple reasons why we go. Trauma. Someone called us fat as a kid. No names. Summer body. I don't even want to write this, but it's the truth. Some people go because of this. Some of us go for health reasons. For example, staying fit, staying active, these sorts of things. Others go for... So here's a couple examples of why we go to the gym. And we're going to go through them and just sort of pick what one you think you might be at. When I was at these three, I would be consistent, then fall off, demotivated, consistent, fall off. Never got in the shape I wanted, never built the muscle I wanted to build, never got as strong as I wanted to get, blah, 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 blah. I did not look how I wanted to look. And for the last couple of years, I've looked pretty much exactly how I want to look. Stronger than ever, fitter than ever, and I'm healthier than ever. And I'm not saying that to brag. But what I am saying is that the whys are the reason I've been able to do this. And I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to do this. So we've got the why split into two. Trauma, summer body, health. These are generic whys. Trauma plays a big role as to why we entered the gym in the first place. Somebody called us fat. Somebody said we didn't look good. We saw ourselves in the bikini, or we saw ourselves in our swimwear and we didn't like the way we looked, and it was a traumatic experience, and then we went to the gym to try and fix that thing. All right. Then the next one, summer body. It's April. Then May comes, June, and people start, I've got to get ready for summer or my holiday or whatever else. As much as these three sound like actual reasons, I'm going to tell you why they don't last. We can start with these reasons. However, they have to move into this or we will not be consistent. The reason why they have to move into this is because we'll go back to the example at the start of the video. You have that group of people that are consistent, love the gym, turn up, they're in great shape, they're consistent, blah, 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 all that stuff. And you've got the other group that come in for 3 weeks, leave. Come in for 3 weeks, demotivated. Nothing changes, nothing happens, waste of time, blah, 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 blah. And why this happens is because of these two sections. Why? Now, I'm gonna go on to the second one. That group of people that are in great shape and loving it, it's enjoyment, it's process, and it's their identity. These are the reasons why they go. What happens when you achieve your summer body, ready for Ibiza, Malaga, wherever you're going? What happens when you achieve that? Why are you there? You've ticked off why you're there. General health, like feeling good and all that stuff. Do you know what? I guess we can that can be sort of in between. Generic stuff doesn't stick most of the time. But let's take these two, trauma and summer body. What happens when you achieve these things? You're not going to keep going. However, let's look to the other sides of why. Enjoyment, process, and identity. Enjoyment. You enjoy doing it. Think about the things you enjoy doing. You do them. Every day you look forward to doing these things because you enjoy it. Second of all, process. You understand what you're doing and you understand why you're doing it, and you enjoy, similar to enjoyment, but the process is the reason you're doing it. It's not the outcome. If the process is the reason why you're doing something, then it will be continuous and you won't stop because the process is the reason you're doing it. And then last but certainly not least, I believe this needs to be your number one: identity. It needs to become who you are. The reason why you do something is because it is who you are. Now, if we'll go back to these, if you're an out of shape person trying to get a summer body, if you're a traumatized person that's just going to the gym because Linda, when you was 8, said you have a belly, or Robbie, when you was 16 or whatever, said you're fat, or whatever it is, if these are the reasons why, they're going to wear off and you're not going to go anymore. But if it is part of your identity, you're a healthy person, just in shape, you're strong, you're fit. If you see yourself as a person like that, I've made a video on this, I ain't gonna go into too much depth. If you see yourself as that type of person, then you're gonna be able to turn up consistently, which then as a byproduct means you're gonna be able to achieve that goal in a year, 2 years, 3 years later down the line. If you can nail down the why and get a good why, these are good whys because they are process driven, they're long lasting. These are not good whys because they're outcome based. They're outcome based, they'll let you down. That one's indifferent. Don't worry about health. Next thing is what Abraham Lincoln once said: if I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. I love that, because what that means is, what are we actually doing? And if we can spend a good amount of time on that, then it makes actually doing it the easy part. The figuring out why and what is the tough part. Then going and doing it after is quite self-explanatory, and you'll actually find it quite easy, if I'm honest. So what are we doing? Are we looking to build muscle? What one is the focus? Is it building muscle? Is it getting lean and losing fat? Is it a body recomposition where you sort of do a bit of both at the same time? Is it getting really strong? Is it going to the gym so that you're better at your sports, you're a better footballer, you're a better fighter, athlete, whatever it is? What are you doing? For example, if you're a powerlifter, you're going to be doing about 3 to 5 reps of everything and just lifting heavy stuff. You'll probably do about 2, maybe 3 exercises max for about three sets of 3 to 5 reps. Really, really heavy weights. And then you get off and you go home and you probably do nothing for the rest of the day because you're so fatigued. So you need to know what it is. What is your goal? For most of us, our goal is a body recomposition. We want to drop a little bit of fat and we want to build a bit of muscle. You've heard it before. So we are building muscle. Number 1, when you're going into the gym is there to build muscle. How you have to look at the gym, the lens that you need to look at the gym is, we're going in there to build your physique. Cardio doesn't build your physique. I want to just put a headline here. Cardio does not build your physique. Going into the gym to do cardio, to be your place of cardio, in my humble opinion, is a waste of time, because cardio, headline, cardio has no impact on your physique. It does nothing to your physique, nothing. It burns calories and it supports your respiratory system, your cardiovascular system, which is all internal, and it increases your fitness, and cardio is a great thing. However, it is not what a gym is for. For a body recomposition, we need to understand, right, the main goal is to build muscle. How do we build muscle? The only thing that matters, to build muscle, you need mechanical tension. What you do in the gym is not contributing to your fat loss. That's at home, that's nutrition, that's another video. Mechanical tension simply means enough tension on the muscle to tear it, to create little fiber tears, and then when you go home and you eat your protein and you hit your protein target daily, those muscles regenerate bigger, and then you get bigger, jacked, strong, big. Now, the gym is indifferent, it is neutral. It doesn't matter who you are. If one of these are off, the gym can be a bit rubbish. I'll be really honest with you and say that the reason why I started gym was because of trauma. I was traumatized from as a young child. I was out of shape and I got called names and I didn't like it. Second reason I went to the gym was to get a summer body. I literally used to cut my calories in half, go to the gym and do random things just for my holiday in Ibiza. And then I had this whole generic health thing of like, I'm just going to be here because it's the done thing, I'm meant to be here. And all 3 of these things got me 0 results. But for me, once I started enjoying it, finding enjoyment in the process, because it was, now you're going to see how these 3 tie into each other, but I started finding enjoyment in the process because it became a part of my identity. I wasn't there for a reason other than, oh no, like this is who I am and this is what I want to do. And actually understanding that this is a massive part for me to achieve my goals, and this is a huge part for you to achieve yours, right? And then that led me on to finding out the what. What am I actually doing here? Because it's not for trauma anymore. It's not for a summer body, and it's not for general health. Like, I'm here for a reason. Being an athlete falls under the why as well. If you currently don't have a sport or something you enjoy, a hobby outside of the gym, and you're just going to the gym, it can get a bit boring. You're just lifting weights. It can get a bit tedious. Now, I've found for myself that as a jiu-jitsu fighter, as a boxer, as all of these things, the combat and football and just sports that I enjoy, I found, all right, cool. Now, gym serves a purpose. I'm building these specific muscles so that I can take that strength and apply it into my sport, which means the whole process of going to the gym is enjoyable because it matches my identity as an athlete. And then I know what I'm doing in the gym is not actually body recomp, but it's things like strength. It's things like mobility. It's things like calisthenics movements. It's these sort of things. But the reason why I'm doing these things is so that it goes and matches into the sport I'm playing, if that makes sense. The main takeaway from this whole video is that if you're beginning, if you're starting in the gym, the main thing you got to work out early doors is why you're there. And as I said, not because of trauma, not because of a summer body, and not for general health. We need to get specific. These are some I think help. These are some reasons why. You might have your own ones. But process driven wise, not outcome stuff, process driven. Because it means you'll just keep going. What are you doing in there? Do you have a plan? If you don't have a plan, there's a little link below in the description. There's going to be a little sort of guide and whatnot of how you can sort of build your first plan in going to the gym. If you need some additional help with that, click in the link. It's completely free. Understand that the gym is an area to build muscle. It's not to lose fat. Save your cardio. Do your cardio in your sports. Do cardio somewhere else. The gym is a place to build muscle. That is it. It's to build muscle. It's to preserve muscle. The gym is all about, once we've built that muscle, making it functional. The gym is about mobility. The gym is about all of these aspects. The gym is not a place to go to lose fat. And if you see it like that, it's not going to be enjoyable. It's not going to be process driven. It's not going to be a part of your identity, and you're going to hate it. And then you're going to be that group of people. As I said, we'll go back to the start of the video. We've got two groups of people. We've got one group of people that we see and we see them. I used to see these people in my gym all the time, and I used to think, how's this guy so consistent? He's been here 5 days a week and he's in amazing shape. And I used to look at myself in the mirror and think, bruv, like you're turning up and your body is not changing, and I hate this place, and why do I have to be here, and blah, 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 all that stuff. And it can be demotivating, and I've been there and I understand it. You haven't got some curse on your life. You just need to work out why you are there and then what you're doing when you're there. I've got to go and cook some dinner, and I'm sure you ain't got another 30 minutes to sit listening to me. Love, blessings, and I'll see you in the next one.